Hi, I'm Gillian.
And I'm Paul, and we're doing a quick little video showing some ideas and some of the tech and some of the things to think about for when you're doing your online lessons with your students.
Yeah, there's lots of articles and what have you around tech. But we'll give you a few bits of that. But what we really wanted to focus a little bit more on is sort of how to, sort of things that you can do in this medium that you can't do, or the way to use this medium, because a lot of people have had some little successes, but have also had some little failures throughout the week as well, and learn a lot from it. But we just thought, oh, let's put a few ideas together that might help you.
I decided to do this particular piece with my student and the castle ball. What we could do is watch a video and the student can listen to the performance. I would always make sure that I find the video before I start, because
there is some prep work in this, isn't there?
Well, especially with YouTube, if you don't have a YouTube Red account, then they're going to serve you up ads. And the ads are often really loud as well. So you want to make sure that you play some of the video to make sure that if there is an ad, that's not happening in your lesson. So that's why you need to prep it before.
Well, not only that, you need to know whether you like that rendition or not.
Well, there's that too. Of this particular piece, I've got piano with Beth. So I can also make it full screen.
I think Beth did a pretty good job of that.
Well, I think it's a good speed for student learning as well.
It's a nice phrasing.
Oh, when you're sharing the screen, make sure you share computer audio and optimize for full screen video clip if you're going to show YouTube clips. So here is an example of where the ad is there. You want to make sure that you get the ad out before you start. When you've got these, you can actually, if the student wants to practice with it, you can adjust the speed, the playback speed. So at half speed, the sound is not going to be that great, but it's still an option for the student to play along.
Do 75%.
If you want somewhere in between 75 and normal, you can just go to custom and you can change that.
Ever since you found out this, you've loved this device. You've loved this speech, haven't you?
I know. All of my kids, I either record or find recordings for my students for exams, because it's like having the teacher with them when at home, when they're practicing. You can see here, this is just a boom microphone stand for when rehearsing with singers.
Always a good thing to have at home.
Well, it's like having the music stand.
Yeah, they are so versatile. I never really had one before until I had my son learn trumpet, and then and when we've been doing the TV show, they are so good. I put my laptop on it. I put my notes on another one. I've got 3 of them now. They're so useful.
Exactly.
And you can tilt them up and you make them flat. And you can do all sorts of things with them.
This camera is just around, I don't know, $99, I think. It's really, really inexpensive for what it does. And these, I think, are about $15 from the $2 shop. I don't know why it's $15 at the $2 shop, but or you can buy it from a camera place. And it just screws into the bottom, and then these move, and so you just wrap them around the stand. So it makes it really, really easy to use.
And we've even used, at my place when we were doing a recording once, we used rubber bands.
It
came on the broccolini, and I got the rubber bands, the little 2 purple ones, and we stuck it on my phone. I had my phone. We were doing it with my phone.
So I can change cameras. I could demonstrate something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So you can demonstrate for your students. I'd also like to remind you that you better make sure that you're not wearing your pajamas because
they can see.
They can see your legs. So it's not just from here up. You actually have to have it at the bottom as well. And also make sure you test it before you have the lesson. Other thing I would say, these are the clean wipes.
I've all got my little trusty microfiber cloth and the spray.
Yes, so you can get these from the chemist, and it's a big box. You get a big box for them. They're fantastic because I just give all of the lenses for all the cameras a wipe, because often, like, I'll put my big grubby hands on them accidentally when I'm taking them off or what have you. And I know that one day you said, you look like you're through Vaseline.
Got your little thing out? Oh, I can see you now.
Exactly.
I think I'm a bit low, so I'm just going to lift my music stand up. Oh, there we go. Tilted. See, very versatile, these little music stands. But you can't see my keyboard. But so later on, I could just move it down if I wanted to. And because these are the Manhasset ones, are on a gas lift. And that's the other thing with the Manhasset stand, which is absolutely fabulous. I'll just show you on here. Is that it's actually a solid surface. It's not the ones that have got like all the little bits of wire that are all joined together. So, you know, you can do this with it, you can do that with it, you can make it taller, like just like that. It just pulls up and it stays there. So they're fantastic, these stands.
And there's also they make a clip to go onto that stand as well.
Yes, you can take this top off. You can take this bit off. And you can put on a iPad holder. Oh, actually, it's a universal holder. So it'll take a tablet. It takes phones, takes tablets. Very good.
Yes.
Looking at the music is always going to be a challenge. One way you can do this is by using an app called a Dobby Scan, which allows you to scan a page of music and then mark it up. This is how to do it.
See how the little blue dots find the edge of the page? It then captures the page, and I'm happy with that. And then I can find, I think you get a better shot if you're really quite square on with it. And then once you've done that, you can, I'm going to call this the castle ball. Now, just remember that you have to own the music, and your student has to own the music. You can't do this. This is a short-term solution. You can open it in Acrobat. You can share it to markup, which allows you then to write on it. So if you have an Apple Pencil, like I do, you can then share. So I've picked the blue. I'm going to use that particular one. I might want to write the chords on it if you are a teacher that teaches with chords. So there's lots of things that you might do. And then I can then print it, save it, send it, email, what have you.
Here's the thing, you know, this is a different format. One-to-one lessons provides opportunities to do things that online lessons don't, and particularly you're right there and you can instantly change something and you can play along with your students and what have you. Online lessons don't provide that, but they have got a whole other sort of stuff that they can do. So it's about going, you know what, and this isn't for years and years and years. This is just for some weeks, maybe some months, couple of months to get through. So your lessons, you just got to get used to, you know, ditching some stuff that you're not going to do and doing some stuff that you can do that you were doing in the one-on-one lessons, you know, in-person lessons, and then taking on some new stuff that you haven't yet tried and have fun with it, really. I mean, that's something that like you was doing there. because we aren't physically in the room with them. So the immediacy of something like grabbing a piece of music and writing on it isn't there for us, but you can still do it.